downfall right here. Elon Musk thinks that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme to keep the government in debt.
I mean, Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
Right, explain that.
Oh, so people pay into Social Security, and the money goes out of Social Security immediately. But the obligation for Social Security is your entire retirement career. So you're paying you're paying like if you look at the future obligations of Social Security, it far exceeds the tax revenue. Far. Have you ever looked at the debt clock?
Yes.
Okay. There's our present day debt, but then there's our future obligations. So when you look at the future obligations of Social Security, the actual national debt is like double what people think it is because of the future obligations. So basically, people are living way longer than expected. And there are fewer babies being born. So you have more people who are retired and that live for a long time and get retirement payments. So the future obligations. So however bad the financial situation is right now for the federal government, it will be much worse in the future. At the risk of being a buzzkill here.
Did you see...
So we better fix what we got right now, because if it's bad now, it's going to be much worse in the future. Government's one big pyramid scheme, if you ask.
This is the best thing he could have said to sabotage himself. I'm like, this is how you know the people are going to turn on him eventually. And if they turn on him, Trump's going to have to turn on him. Trump has this illusion that everyone's on his side. I'm like, no, you're very much not. But no one elected Elon. Everyone elected that guy. And I think Elon being an unelected bureaucrat, the thing they used to complain about, once they realize that he's going for everybody, because slowly over time, you see all these little town hall meetings, and people are questioning their leadership. They're questioning the Republicans, and the Republicans are panicking, and they're stopping to have, they're being done with town halls because they don't want to meet the public and face the wrath. And Elon Musk right now, he's setting himself up for failure, which is great. I don't want him to cut Social Security off. I fully believe that Social Security be a tax-free thing. Everyone should be allowed to retire. 65 is too late. I mean, you should be able to retire at 50. By that time, you need time to enjoy the world. And they're like, you're going to enjoy the world when you can barely walk. That's when you get to enjoy the world, when you're fucking old. So, yeah, lifetime of enslavement by this goddamn fascist empire we live in. That being said, if he does sabotage it, the pro of that is that that's going to cause people to turn on him completely. That's when they're going to have to go full dictatorship, which is unfortunate. Like, I don't want dictatorship, but they're going to go full dictatorship once they lose control. He has some control because he has enough people who are stupid enough to think that he likes them. Like both of them, the tag team, and JD Vance. But like, they're going to completely take over, and that's when the revolution starts. Once Elon Musk falls. I think that's the key. He's going to fall first, and then they're like, all right, now we got to do this the hard way because Trump's going to betray Elon, but then Trump's going to have to take complete power. The idea of Social Security being a Ponzi scheme to keep the government down, like the whole point of the government is to assist the people. You know, part of governing the people is keeping your economy strong. And you keep your economy strong by simply allowing people to have the money to invest into your economy. And the more they keep taking, this parasite delusion they have, you can't help people because that makes them parasite. If people have the ability of financial aid from the government, and I believe universal healthcare, that you can get a universal, go from Monopoly, like $200 a month from the government. If people have money, they put it back into the economy. That's how you avoid inflation. The problem with these soul-sucking capitalists, the way they think, because I'm pro-capitalism, I'm just not pro-this-capitalism, is the less they make people rely on the government, that they think that what they're doing, they're just making people more poor. Then you're going to have people not being able to invest in the economy, and that's the end of inflation. The rich people cannot be the sole people with money, because they're like, oh, we don't want to get taxed, because we're getting taxed more than everybody else. I'm like, well, you are going to be the sole providers of everything economic, because you're going to be the only one who can afford anything. So, idiocy. Complete, utter idiocy. And a Ponzi scheme, like, that doesn't make any sense as a Ponzi scheme, how Social Security would be a Ponzi scheme. And Joe Rogan showed just what a bitch he's become. A bootlicking bitch. The fact that he didn't immediately check that. And just get like, you know what? That's kind of bad. He's such a Elon ass kisser. So, yeah, very sad. Anyways, like and subscribe for more rants and rambles about politics and the world collapsing around me. Observing the apocalypse has a name for a reason. I'm watching the world fall around me. Look at his Batman shirt. Great Batman shirt.